Greetings, everybody. It's Lily Willy. Um, on my side of the globe, tis Tuesday, December 20th, and just after 5 in the morning, and it is starting later tonight. Tis the eve of winter solstice. Tomorrow is the solstice proper. And solstice means sun standstill, and it's in Latin, and it's the day of one of the days of the year when the sun seems to stand still in the sky. And since tomorrow is winter solstice, it's also the very shortest day of the year before the sun, the infant sun, sun, begins to peek his head out more and more and grow in strength again. And after this point, for the next 6 months, on this side of the planet, the light will grow. Tomorrow in the southern hemisphere is Litha, or summer solstice for them. When we in the northern hemisphere have the very shortest day of the year is when they have their longest. And it's but up here, our sun is going to get brighter and brighter. The newly born sun, or light in the sky. And pagans and those who include pagan traditions into their practice, who hold winter solstice as a holy day, or at minimum a very, 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 very important day. In many cases will themselves erect a FIR tree. In ancient Middle Eastern pagan tradition, they would have done the same thing, and it was called the Tammuz tree. Tammuz, or Dumuzi, was the dying and resurrecting god, and who was the deity that Inanna, the goddess of fertility, accepted as her consort and mate. her chosen spouse. And who is born at winter solstice. And so regardless of which tradition they they are keeping culturally, you might well find, if you know someone pagan, that they too have an evergreen tree of some sort around their home somewhere. And the light, as the light waxes or grows or groweth, and is born again tomorrow, regardless of what traditions we keep. The sun itself is very important to the continuation of life on Earth and for everyone who is alive on Earth today. It is to various degrees an important orb, and depending on how you look at deity, an important deity unto many. And as the infant son is born, it might be a good day for many to reflect on what ways they can help the light of goodwill, gaiety, or cheerfulness, and gentleness be born, regardless of what traditions we keep. I myself am Christo-pagan and have self-identified as such since the middle of 2002. Deities of the sun include among those male, Laughlin-Rose in the Welsh pagan pantheon, Lugh, the Irish pagan solar deity, who was also Lugh of the many skills. Those who wish to tap into their inner Renaissance man or woman, quote unquote, and wish to perfect many skills, or at least be proficient in many. May wish, if they choose, to look at his figure and or consult with him, whether internally, psychically, or in prayer, whether on loud or silently. In the Japanese pagan pantheon, Amaterasu Omikami, who is also a goddess of healing and compassion, is the deity of the sun. And in the Roman pantheon, there is Sol. On December 25th proper, Sol Invictus, the unconquered sun, S-U-N, is Mithras. And those who, like me, are Christo-pagan may choose to regard Mithras as the pagan elder brother of Yeshua or Jesus. There are many to choose from among solar deities, irrespective of whom you connect with, if any. The sun, though we celebrate it amongst those who do, on the solstices, the qualities that the sun can remind us to attempt to cultivate are timeless and boundless. And it can be a good thing to remember that although for many traditions it's important to have a specific day or days to kind of quote unquote set them apart and create a sacred time and space. That helps make it easy. To give ourselves permission to pause and get it in touch with qualities that are really, they feel like they're beyond ourselves for many, but they're always there because virtues and qualities of mind, of heart, and character are throughout those things. Throughout those things that shift faster and may feel shakier. Um, Towns, technologies. Um, for some people, philosophies, um, ways of looking at the world, these can, to varying degrees, seem like they are more fluid. And in some cases, they are very fluid, and sometimes less. But regardless of these things, many qualities of mind, heart, soul, and spirit endure. It might take different frameworks in different families, different cultures, different time periods, and different situations. But kindness is always kindness. Gentleness is always gentleness at its core. Happiness is always happiness. Even though the forms they take are varied, their core is not bound by time or space. And some might say world or universe. And while the sun is what those who celebrate it for those who celebrate it, it's being celebrated most officially starting tomorrow. The sun that guards our earth, lights it, warms it, helpeth things grow. It is compared to most of the things that it is helping nurture. Compared to that, it is, relatively speaking, immortal. But it still has things, times when it is stronger, and times when it's weaker on any given side of our planet. It is, to some degree, still bound to time, to space, in its physical form. But the qualities that it can help enhance or encourage or represent are not. They will endure as long as there are beings to have them. Blessings on you, and on your Yuletide, regardless of whether you are pagan or otherwise. Blessings on your holy day season, and whatever you choose to celebrate, I hope you have a good one.